sure that these, even the court-appointed lawyers, are doing what they're supposed to do.
They're supposed to do.
Okay, my
Policing
uncle's one of the highest-ranking court officers in New York State. He told me straight up. He said, "Listen, when we come into court in the morning, all those court-appointed attorneys come into the judge's chambers, and the judge says, okay, listen, I'm handing out 100 years. Y'all divide this up between your clients." And when I heard that, I said, "Are you serious?" Mm-hmm. And they go out there and guess what? All right, you should take this. But you know how many people I met that the court-appointed lawyer never even asked them if they were guilty, never even asked them if they did it, asked them any real questions about, that were imperative to the case. They just said, "Listen, you should take this right here. Mm-hmm. Take the 2 to 5, or 5 to 7." And and a lot of people are like, "Yo, I didn't do it." If you look at Corey Weiss and them, and that's one of my best friends. He's on my documentary too. Mm-hmm. He said, "Yo, for 15 years he was in prison, and he always said, I didn't do it. I didn't do it." Mm-hmm. But there's some cats that cop out like, "Damn, if I do the 2 to 5, I could avoid the 15." And that's another thing, trial time.
Kind of like with Meek Mills almost.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you're guilty and you get 10, and innocent, it should be the same 10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not any greater. Why are you getting more time if you blow trial?
Because prison is a business now.
Yeah. Well, technically, that doesn't justify the means of that time. And in reality, it has more to do with the district attorney. They have what you call district attorney time. Once you do district attorney time, which is a certain percentage of a sentence for whatever crime it is, like say even murder, about 10 years is sufficient DA time if you have a good lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at when elections come around, you see the big secret indictments come down same time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is all to make the district attorney look good and district attorney's office look good. They don't. That's just like Kamala Harris. Her name is in the spotlight right now.
Come on.
But what a lot of people don't understand is she did a lot of damage to California, the Department of Corrections and Justice Department. Okay, she was behind a lot of laws that came down. 3 strikes. She voted against officers wearing body cameras. I mean, if you go down the list of her track record, it was a lot of damage. His brother's doing a lot of time behind some of the stuff she signed off on. And we gotta vet every politician. That's right.
Is that why she's getting traction?
What do you mean?
Is that why she's even able to be, seen the way she is?
Well, she has made some great alliances through her time.
So that means yes. I
appreciate
you.
But I mean, if you look at it, she was a prosecutor. Mm-hmm. How many prosecutors do you actually know that had our best interest in mind at any time? Give me a name.
Ain't one.
You see what I'm saying? Most of them are Republicans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to just say that's kind of just to say that most of them are Republicans.
No, most of them
because the Democrats do a lot of harm to the black people as well.
No, don't get me wrong.
Because I know, but when we keep,
I'm just saying that's a fact.
We keep getting put into these red or blue kind of things like that. That's the same stupidity as Bloods and Crips.
Well,
it's just we think it's different because it's political.
No,
but it's still a thing that we're fighting.
I just stated a fact.
No, I feel that. and those facts are cool, but see, that's a fact. But the layers behind it are not facts.
Like what?
Like what they do. Like the politicians, the government, like what's actually happening. A lot of those things are not facts. A lot of what we get from the media is not facts. So that's why we fight against each other.
I got you. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. And that's sad too.
It's terrible. It's terrible because we're against each other for something that we really don't understand.
Yeah.
There's so many
if you're into politics and you have the knowledge of it, you have something to stand on when you go into the ballot to vote.
Yes.
Right? But if you only get your politics the 2 or 3 months before the election, which is when it's like the big time for the politics, then you don't have any idea what's going on.
You know what? For example, when Trump won the election for presidency, right? At that time is when so many people hit me, yo, man, what's the Electoral College? I said, damn. Because now we're talking about people who actually thought that their single vote went toward the candidate that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people don't understand the process.
Yeah, I don't get it,
man.
You know what I'm saying? It's so intricate. Like, I'm listening to you, and there's so many levels to it.
It's a lot of levels.
Yeah, and because a lot of people that feel the way that you do, common man, common folk, man, woman, whatever, it's just people. They could barely comprehend everything that you're saying, everything that you're spitting out, and that's how a lot of them are getting jammed up when they go through the system.
Well, I mean, the thing is, law, politics, they're all written in language. It's like it's jargon that people don't get because most people are not into it.
Right.
So if you're using words that they don't get, and we're like fucking 29th in education in English, right? Like in our like in speaking and comprehending our language, we're like 29th. How's that possible?
But the way I feel about it,
So the common folk have no fighting chance.
but it's our responsibility as individuals to educate ourselves. At the end of the day, we are African Americans in America. We know what it is,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
They've been on us since we
But
came
this is
here.
not just a black thing.
It's not just
In
a black
America,
thing, but I'm specifically,
like
this is
stupid
Black History.
Republicans vote stupidly.
Got you.
Oh,
Stupid
yeah, man.
Democrat, and that's
Gotcha.
white people.
But-
That's black people. It's not a black and white thing.
But we suffer the most.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
We
yeah,
suffer
but
the most. No, we do.
we do. Obviously, we know that. Everybody knows that. But when you talk about like educating ourselves, like what books? Who you pointing to? Because a lot of times, I'm just saying, a lot of times when we talk about education, we think of education as what's been deemed, academic, and not what's been learned through experience. So we overlook our
But
people.
that's all education, right? So it's not just books. It's
Well,
not
you know what?
just,
It's funny he used to say that because I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't need to learn. And then I had to start learning things that I needed to learn. But then I started looking at it, college is a business.
right?
And when you place your entire curriculum of education in that one basket, now you're subjected to everything that they want you to learn and everything that you're going to be able to learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's things that have been taken out of the curriculum because people are winning and learning how to do things. So now they're tightening it up. Okay, no, we don't want them to know about that. We want them,
Right.
And they'll give you what they want you to learn,
Right.
and try to make it seem like that diploma is validated
Right.
by that. There's a lot of people right now that I know that have master's degrees and still can't get a job.
All right, James, 1 second, all right? We got a call, 1 second. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, good. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Thank you for calling Big Picture. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Donald Winkfield. I'm an investigative reporter with the Black Star News.
How you doing, man? How's everything?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
The story that you're covering is like really graphic.
Okay. You're talking about
And,
the brother that was in jail, right?
Exactly.
So you left a message on one of the posts just now. You have some information.
It just flagged up on my screen, and I'm just listening, and I just put up a post, and then someone said to call in if I want to, and this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So what's your take on what you have to?
Yeah. What happened? Because you left some. I didn't read the post that you just sent me just now. What? They found the body. What happened?
Well, when I contact, I normally contact the press the state spokesperson, and he got back to me within like 5 minutes, and he told me that the body is in Albany Medical Examiner's office, and they still trying to find out what caused the death. And the last information that I got, that they saying that he died of some heart failure.
Bullshit.
So this conversation, this is a candid conversation, or is this on the record? Because you said you spoke to someone from the state, correct?
Right. Well, I spoke with the state spokesperson. This is the person who answers for all the jails upstate.